So Terence Crawford was just recently on the Breakfast Club. Then he talked about everything we wanted to know. What's the deal with him and Canelo? Could that fight happen? With Stephen A. Smith saying that Errol Spence should consider retiring after the fight. What's his thoughts about that and all the haters and doubters? So we're going to watch. I'm going to play some clips. I'm not going to show the video so I won't get a copyright strike, but I'm going to play the clips, have the audio, and we're going to react to it. Make sure you help this video out by liking it, leaving a comment that pushes the algorithm out, show people like it, and it keep on going. 2 more people. Let's get right into it.
Well, the rematch happens sooner or later, and I mean, I know you've heard the commentary after the fight, even like Stephen A. Smith believes Errol should retire. What's your thoughts after fighting him?
Having said that, I want to announce this on national television right here on First Take. I believe that Errol Spence Jr. should consider retiring. That's how bad that ass was. Let me explain why.
One loss.
And I'm getting ready to go to that.
You know?
Well, I don't think he should retire. I think he should take a little time off, get his mind right and, get back in the gym and get back focused because, I never took a loss in the professional rankings, but I know how that can affect you mentally, being at this high level and losing the way you lost. You start questioning yourself. You start asking yourself certain questions. Do I still got it? Am I getting old? Am I slipping? You start asking yourself all different type of questions that you got to answer. So I just, would tell him, you're a great fighter. Take a little time off and come back and, do it again. But don't
Have you
rush
spoke
it.
to him? Have you spoke to him after?
No, I sent him a text message.
Mm-hmm.
Send him a text message, check up on him.
Did he reply?
Yeah, he replied. No.
You really can't get any realer of an answer from an opponent that just fought you. He capped it 1,000. He like, look, after you take that loss, when you haven't lost before, a lot of players, a lot of fighters, a lot of professional athletes don't know how to react after losing because they won so much. First thing, after Errol Spence lost, he didn't make any excuses.
A little off night. The better man won tonight. Not here to make any excuses. Definitely did his thing. Just, my time was off, and his time was a lot better than mine tonight.
He said my man was a better fighter. He didn't make an excuse. So there's so much respect to him. And Bud just was like, look, Buddy needs to go back to the drawing board, take some time off. What'll look like Spence is out in Spain or somewhere with his girlfriend or wife, having a good time. Take your mind off of boxing and just really reevaluate and refocus and come back and go ahead and do it again. Because more likely the rematch should happen because they have the clause, and that's the fight people will pay for, and they'll probably have the most money into it. What's y'all thoughts?
You think the ref should have stopped it?
Yes.
The ref did stop it.
Right. Yeah.
But
But you think he should have stopped it at that time? Because even when he
Yes.
stopped it, Errol was, put his hands up like, I'm still going. Do you think
No.
that was the time to stop the
Should have been
fight?
stopped.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I think that his corner should have stepped in the 7th round. I feel as if, they believed in Errol, but at the same time, they should have saved the fighter from himself. Because us fighters, we're going to keep fighting until there's no fight left.
Mm-hmm.
But at the point where, they see that there's no possible way for him to win, now they banking on something lucky,
Knockout.
dramatic to happen,
Mm-hmm.
and that can cause for serious damage and one to get hurt in a way where they can't come back from.
Were you concerned about that? Because there's been these rumors that, neurologically something is off with Earl. So were you concerned about that as you were fighting him? Like, did you see any of that in the ring?
No, not at all. Because when I'm in the ring, I'm in kill mode. It's not my job to let up. It's my job to hurt you.
Should the refs have stopped the fight? My honest thoughts is like, no, he shouldn't, because Errol Spence, every time he got knocked down, he got back up. And it got worse. Like, as a fan, you was watching, you like, oh my gosh, like, he have no chance of beating him at this point. And then, like Bud just said, he's like, look, after a while, once you're, as a trainer, your fighter's not going to win, you are hoping for a Hail Mary. And we know it happens, but that's more of an MMA, UFC type of Hail Mary situation. You let your fighter go because one hit can completely change everything. And boxing, these fighters is a lot more skilled where you really don't see that happen too much. So I believe the ref did right. He went until it was time to stop it. Do you believe he stopped it too late, or what's your thoughts in the comments on that one?
What about Boots? Boots is the mandatory. He's calling you out now.
Listen, right now in my career, a lot of people like boost this, boost that, boost this. Fighting Boots is a lose-lose situation. I win, they're going to say, oh, well, he was young, he wasn't ready. He was talented, he was skillful, but you got the experience over him. You got, so much more than this kid that never been tested before, because we always seen him win and fly in colors, a fashionate way, to where we say, oh man, he's cold, he's skillful, but he's never been in the ring with nobody to test him. So me fighting Boots will be like, okay, well, you beat Boots. It's not a mega fight. It's going to sell a little bit because of your name and what you just accomplished. But now what? I'm looking for big challenges. I'm trying to go up in weight and fight Charlo. Because that's something that's history in the making.
Now, being honest and 100% transparent, when I watch my interviews, I hear people keep on talking about Boots. When you gonna fight him? I never watched Boots fight a day in my life. If he showed up in my face today, I wouldn't know who he is. So it's not saying he's not talented, not saying he's not good, but people from Philly or wherever he's from usually hype him up. And Bud was 100% correct. It is a lose-lose with him fighting him. Say Boots win. He took an L. It completely hurt his career. If he beat the brakes off of him, everybody gonna say, yeah, he's supposed to beat him. Even the people that root for Boots, they be like, man, Terence Crawford's supposed to beat him, man. Look how much more experience. Look at the age. It's no point of him fighting him. So Boots, what you have to do is keep on grinding, keep on winning, and force his attention, because you haven't fought good enough people to be able to fight Terence Crawford, because I never watched you fight. And if I'm not paying for your fight, you are not a top fighter yet that's on that level. Not saying you would never be there. So, yeah, and him talking about Charlo. I had one of the Charlo brothers on my flight when I was flight attendant. Very, very cool brother. I think it's Jamil Charlo. And the problem is, I've seen some of their fights, never paid for a fight. None of them brothers is on Terence Crawford level. Like, they make too many mistakes. So it's, even though that'll be a good fight, but I don't know if it's a mega fight. The fight we want, we gonna talk about, is Canelo.
I mean, everybody keeps bringing up Canelo. I think that's weird, because you'd have to gain 20 pounds. Yeah. But they say that's the money fight. That's the mega fight. That's the money fight. That's the only thing that makes sense for Terence Crawford.
Well, catch weight. We can do something at a catch weight.
What weight you think?
Probably 160 or something.
Cause you said you said 154 is the highest you want to go.
Yeah, 158, 160. That'd be cool.
The 100% mega fight that the world want to see is him versus Canelo. That would be even bigger than him and Errol Spence, because you have the Mexican community behind that and you have the American community behind Crawford, and that would be amazing. The thing is, realistically, I say it is a 15% chance of happening, because Canelo is an OG now in his career where he don't need to fight him, but he's running out of fighters to fight. Terence Crawford just fully arrived as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters, and we're like, who can you fight now? Who's next? The problem is the weight. Terence Crawford walks around about 167, 165-ish, right? So him fighting at 160, he can do that in his sleep off a week of working out. He can do that. 158, that would make more sense. Canelo probably walk around at 180. So him cutting down to 58, it's a catch weight for both of them. Because you got to think, they just fought at 147? So Bud will have to go from 147 to fighting to 160, and Canelo have to go, I have to look and see what was his last weights. it's hard to make it happen. It would be hard to make it happen. And then you have the same situation when it come down to Tank.
I'm a retire on top.
How do you not lead with ego? Like if you hear somebody like Tank say 147, I knock Bud out.
Well, he just talking. Mm-hmm. You know, he got the confidence in himself that he believed that he can do that because he's been knocking all these fighters out that he's been in the ring with. You know, so no knock to Tank, but there's definitely levels. You know, and if he come up to 147 and he's thinking he's just gonna knock Terence Crawford out, got another thing coming.
So that's the fight you would make happen if he wanted to come up to 147.
Yeah, I'll stay at 147 for him. That's a big money.
That's a big fight. Yeah,
it's a big money fight. You know, yeah.
So Spence.
But then what? Everybody gonna say he was too small. Nobody gonna give me credit.
Yeah,
they're gonna say, "Oh man, you beat up a little guy that's fight at 135." You know, yeah, Tank like 5'5". You know, he's a little guy. You know, yeah, he can punch, but in his weight class, not saying that he can't punch in any weight class because he punching, and we see that, you know. But what type of recognition I'm gonna get for, you know, beating up on Tank? A lot of people don't know 135, 147 is a big jump. You know, that's almost 20 pounds. Well, 22.
12.
Yeah,
12, yeah.
12 pounds. You know, so that's a big jump.
So for you, it's all about legacy and money at this point.
100%.
So if we have Terence Crawford and Canelo at 1A, 1B would be Terence Crawford and Tank, because that will be electrifying. I believe Tank is a lot better than he's not giving them he's not giving them credit. I think Tank would have a chance. The only problem is Tank will have to gain too much weight and he will be a lot slower. And Bud will be the same that we just seen. So Bud more than likely will still win again. And like he said, they gonna say he was too small. Terence Crawford is in a bad situation right now. Everybody fight, you know, they're making excuses. He fought Errol Spence and everybody's saying Errol Spence was in a car accident, man. He shouldn't so it's no matter who he fight, everybody's going to make an excuse. They said if he fight Canelo, they're going to say Canelo had to come down at a catch weight. So damn if you do, damn if you don't. The last thing we want to know is how did he get Eminem to come out?
Also, I see, what was that conversation when you called Eminem to have Eminem bring you out? Because that was a surprise to people.
That was dope. You know what I mean? I was just talking about every song that I come out to got meaning to it for that moment when I'm fighting. And I was just thinking, I was like, dang, man, you know what would be dope? Eminem. I don't think he never walked nobody out. He don't really never go nowhere.
He never go outside, right?
So I was just like, man, that would be great for this great moment, you know, and for him to reply on my Instagram and say that he was a big fan. I was one of his favorite fighters. I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you get surprised and stuff like that. He really pulled up.
Yeah, you told him to pull up and he pulled up.
Right. Like, let's do it. I'm like, damn, this is dope.
Y'all want to know what's funny? As soon as Eminem came out, I'm watching it because we're from Detroit. And literally everybody that was betting against him was like, damn, he ain't about to lose now. we all knew he wasn't going to lose having Eminem. Like, it's impossible. it's impossible. So hope you guys liked it, man. Make sure you guys hit a good subscribe button, follow the page, leave a comment, help push it out to the world. Talk to y'all soon.